underbelly of the urban landscape, where luxury cars met the allure of the criminal underworld, emerged a group that went by a name that struck fear into the hearts of authorities: the Audi Gangsters. Today we embark on a journey through the gritty pages of true crime, delving into the history of this notorious gang. Before we immerse ourselves in the shadows, it's crucial to understand the cultural significance of the Audi brand. The Audi Gang is a Dutch gang whose members mostly come from two large Dutch cities, Utrecht and Amsterdam. They are often of Moroccan descent, and most of them are relatively young. The Audi Gangsters were no ordinary criminals. They solely focus on one thing: blowing up cash machines. After they commit their crimes, they prefer to flee in stolen vehicles of one particular brand. They operate in different teams and commit their crimes in Germany, Belgium, and the Netherlands. With each successful operation, their legend grew, solidifying their place in the annals of true crime history. It is estimated that between 200 and 500 men are active in the gang. They are not a structured gang in which there is a clear leader or any hierarchy. The gang members operate as individuals and work together in different teams. Every member has their specialty or skill they are good at. Based on this, they form a team so that every skill that is needed for the operation is available. In the past 2 years, nearly 1,000 ATM machines have been removed, specifically those in neighborhoods near homes, because it was too dangerous and only a matter of time until one would have been blown up and caused serious trouble for the people living close by. In 2019, there were 72 cases of blown-up cash machines, 30 cases in 2020, 12 cases in 2021, and only 10 in 2022. So good news for Netherlands. Before they decided to switch up the playing field to Germany, which is the country that is close to Netherlands, on September 5, 2020. A 29-year-old man lost his life while he was testing the actual explosive went off, and he immediately lost his life. Another accident happened way back in 2016. 3 men from Utrecht robbed a phone store in Krefeld, Germany. When they fled the scene in their Audi RS4, they went so fast that the driver lost control over the vehicle and crashed into a tree. One of them died on the spot. The second died in the hospital, and the third ended up being paralyzed for the rest of his life. The accused individuals reportedly initiated their criminal activities in November 2021, managing to steal a substantial €5.2 million. In response, law enforcement established a collaborative task force comprising around 15 officers to pursue legal action against them. In targeted operations across various Dutch cities, substantial amounts of cash, along with high-end clothing, luxury watches, and a vehicle suspected to be involved in the criminal activities, were confiscated. The ATM busters take considerable risks. They handle highly explosive materials that damage bank branches and machines, occasionally causing themselves serious injuries. Their getaways are similarly reckless, with the culprits speeding away at up to 300 km an hour. Sometimes they switch off their lights or go on the motorway the wrong way. Often, the boot of the vehicle is stocked with plastic canisters holding hundreds of litres of fuel to avoid refueling stops, said Muth. He said police chases often had to be aborted to avoid the potential for a crash, while firing at getaway vehicles would risk an explosion. Policing alone has proven insufficient. Since 2015, there have been more than 200 arrests, but the overall effect on the criminal activity has been very limited. When committing the crime itself, perpetrators typically act with no regard to the health and safety of persons living in a building where a target atom is located. After scoping out potential attack sites and escape routes, the robbers usually arrive in the night with vehicles that are either stolen or feature stolen plates. They then apply explosives to the cash machine and detonate them, which can cause fires or structural damage to the building. After collecting the cash money from the destroyed ATM, they flee the scene at high speed to avoid the police, showing no consideration for the safety of others on the road. Investigations show that the criminal groups involved in ATM attacks are highly fluid in terms of size and individuals involved, and seem to have little trouble recruiting new accomplices. Despite some criminals getting severely hurt during test explosions or actual robberies, they are willing to use increasing levels of violence, amplifying the consequences for affected communities. Businesses have to close for extended periods, apartment buildings become uninhabitable, and the local cash supply is impacted. Europol, at the forefront of the investigation, disclosed that the gang's activities extended beyond the borders of a single country. The illicit tutorials, meticulously crafted by the Audi Gang, provided a glimpse into the sinister world of organized crime, where individuals sought to exploit vulnerabilities in financial infrastructure. Authorities revealed that the training served as a hub for refining their explosive techniques. The dangerous endeavors of the Audi Gang had now come under intense scrutiny, prompting law enforcement agencies to dismantle their operations. The sweep wasn't limited to that day alone. Over the past year, Dutch police had been relentless in their pursuit, leading to the arrest of 6 additional individuals within the Netherlands. The Audi Gang's web, once tightly knit, now unraveling with each arrest. Europol, in a sobering declaration, highlighted the alarming trend of bomb attacks on ATMs, stating that it had become a growing concern across Europe. The Audi Gang's reign of terror, while seemingly dismantled, left behind a stark reminder of the evolving challenges faced by law enforcement in combating sophisticated criminal networks. Prosecutors and judges have begun to put ATM attackers on trial for attempted murder, punishable by up to 15 years in jail. They point to the extreme danger for residents and passers-by when cash machines are blown up. A 33-year-old German citizen who masterminded 4 ATM blasts was sentenced this year to 9.5 years in prison. In conclusion, the Audi Gang's reign of terror, marked by explosive ATM heists and high-speed getaways, has been disrupted by law enforcement efforts. The collaborative task force, arrests, and legal actions reflect a commitment to curbing their criminal activities. However, the aftermath highlights the broader challenge of combating evolving criminal networks engaged in sophisticated and dangerous tactics. The growing concern of ATM bombings in Europe underscores the need for continued vigilance and innovative approaches in law enforcement.